I think that inquiry is a great way to step a little bit higher because it includes every component. So all the subjects are included in the inquiry. It's not just one separate subject for each one of them. It's all the things together. My dad is doing a PhD degree, and I can see that some of the work that I do, my dad is doing. It's more realistic and real life based and not just from the book. And then when the teacher asks, you spit it out. We're actually learning. It's actually a really good way to learn and not just read and say it back out. We're working on the Sherbourne subway station. So the station is, we specifically looked at it because it is beside a very highly dense populated town in North America, St. Jamestown. And especially this station, it doesn't have accessibility. My redesign would affect the community because it would be helpful. It would be much more helpful for lots of people in different areas because it's the community beside it is really diverse. There's different kinds of people there, lots of different kinds. So it would affect ranges different and people who need them can use it. So I think my design is very efficient and it can help a lot of people, and we're trying to make it sustainable throughout many different ways. I think it has changed the way I feel about the community. First of all, because I live in that community beside it, and I started thinking from different perspectives, I think. I started thinking from a person who's elderly, and when we were surveying, I also met a person who has trouble seeing. So we met the person with a CNIB fare, seeing beyond being visually impaired. I think I saw from their point of view. I also saw from my mom's point of view because my mom has a 1-year-old daughter, so my sister, who's 1 year old, we take her down the stroller, and it's very difficult to get down the stroller in that station. So I think that redesigning the station really helped me think of the community throughout the eyes of another person or in a different perspective, point of view, opinion. I have been more mature because of this project and how I started to think about different people, and I started to put myself in their shoes. But mostly I think that because I knew the station needed improvements, because I knew that I felt that my mom, people around me have been traveling with difficulty in that station, then I wanted to do the project on the station so that I could do something to the community, to me, to my family, and improve it. So we're trying to make it better.
The way the Inquiry project kind of affects my learning, as opposed to how I learned back at my other school, is that the Inquiry, it leaves a lot to you, really. It's about you asking questions and then finding the answers. At other schools, there was a lot of people are telling you what to do, you have a certain outline, get that outline done, and you're good. A+, it's over, and frankly, I find that kind of boring, really, because you just are doing someone else's work, kind of. But Queen A here, the Inquiry learning is very, very cool because you follow an outline, but you also get to do a lot of it yourself. And I find that very cool because I like being a kind of independent person, and if I am working with a group, it's good to be able to discuss your ideas with the group. It's good to be able to make ideas with the group. I get to learn what I want to learn, almost, because you pick your location. Like I picked a location that I wanted to do, and then I looked into that. My inquiry is on, it's on sustainability, but the location we're doing is the Maple Leaf Tavern at Gerrard and Pape. It's a kind of relatively small, low-rise sort of building that has actually been around for about 100 years and has been abandoned now for about 2 or 3, and it's just been underutilized. They're kind of halfway through renovating it now, but it seems to be kind of stuck in a half-renovated state and has been that way for quite a few months. Our redesign would make it into a sustainable restaurant, one that has things like a greenhouse on the roof, and the way it would affect the community is I'm hoping it's very near the high school, Riverdale Collegiate, and the way I'm hoping it could affect the community is it's going to be a very healthy, like natural foods restaurant, and I'm hoping it could kind of turn the diet of a lot of the kids at Riverdale around from just fast food.
This year we're all together and like community-based, not like here's a book, study it, test on Friday. It's like you're here, we're a community, work as a team, and we're gonna accomplish more together. Our goal is like we do this in like different pieces with your partner, and we're working as a team like to let down different points. So like how is it affecting human impact? The math, like can you show me it in a graph? And then our goal is you make a question, and then we're gonna try to answer that question, and then on a certain day we're gonna have like a big science sort of fair, but in Corey's. You are leading your own learning, so what you give in is what you get out. So it's different because like you get to research like popular things that you like. Like it's not like you have to do this, report on this. It's more find your own thing that interests you and then tell the class about it with questions and try to create a discussion. If we went somewhere and they're asking us questions, it will help us answer. So like say you ask me a question like, what did you see in the video? And it's like, I observed, and I think it'll help us that way, like helping describe what we learned and how we can express ourselves easier. If you're in a happy environment, like you're learning, like it can change you as a person, and like you can be like more positive, stand higher, like have your head up most of the time. And then if you walk out and you hang around people, they'll start to act like you, and it'll just help build the community and make it a better place and more positive.